Alright, sorry about spoiling my own work here, but in my latest short film From Our Hands, this science fiction drama mystery, I created a artificial intelligence entity as a big surprise at the end of the short film when we learn that our character is not praying to a god, but actually to an ASI. So in this video, I will be talking about the thought process around it and how I actually created this entity. Let's go. So right from the start, I had an idea that I wanted to make this artificial intelligence as some kind of an abstract geometrical shape. And I got a lot of inspiration from the movie Annihilation. Hey, that rhymes. Because in that movie, in the end, there's this big confrontation between our character and this alien entity that looks like I think they're calling it Mandel bulb. It's some kind of a 3D geometrical fractal shape. So that is one inspiration that I had for my short film. And also I went into Midjourney to just have a look what AI would suggest when you prompt it with like do a artificial intelligence geometrical entity creature and see what I get. And some of these pictures I got, they were pretty cool. And another big inspiration I took was something called the E8 Lie group. So we're diving right down to the theoretical physics rabbit hole, I guess, because the E8 Lie group is, let's ask ChatGPT what it is. Can you please explain what the E8 Lie group is?
Absolutely. The E8 Lie group is a highly complex exceptional Lie group of dimension 248. It's the largest of the exceptional Lie groups and can be visualized through an intricate 8-dimensional root system with 240 roots. It plays a significant role in theoretical physics, particularly in string theory and supergravity, because of its rich symmetrical properties and the potential to unify different forces within a single framework.
Yeah, thanks. So this complex geometrical shape that you're watching right now on the screen is some kind of a super dimensional thing that is rotating in all kinds of dimensions. And when you're watching this geometrical shape, you realize that it's very, very hard to imagine another dimension. How can something rotate in the fifth dimension, you know? So I just love this idea to use the E8 Lie group and have it represent this artificial intelligence in my short film, because this is something also that we don't really can comprehend, something that is way more advanced than we can possibly imagine. And I need to point out that I was not really trying to recreate the E8 Lie group in like a mathematical sense. I just wanted to make something that was a little bit familiar to that simulation. So this was the thought process around the design of this artificial intelligence entity in my short film. And now I was going into actually producing this. And I've always been using Cinema 4D for everything that I do, but this time around I actually chose to go with Blender. I have this idea that I want to leave Cinema 4D behind because of all kinds of reasons. So I jumped into Blender and started to get myself accustomed to a new interface. And the biggest problem was that I had a perfect good idea how I was going to do this creature, this entity in Cinema 4D using the tools that is called MoGraph. This dynamic system that you can do very cool geometrical shapes pretty easily, but that tool is very specific for Cinema 4D and it's not available in Blender. But in Blender we have this open community and there's a lot of plugins, extensions and all of that kind of stuff. So I found this extension or plugin in Blender so I could get something that looks like MoGraph. So basically in Blender I just took a cube and then I rotated a bunch of copies of this cube in a circle, and then I put a modifier on it so it became a wireframe, so we get rid of all the faces, so we only see the edges of all of these cubes. So when I had all of these cubes in this circle, I just animated a couple of parameters inside of Blender and made it rotate. And here's a little trick that I did when the ASI starts to talk in my short film.
Att förstå är tyvärr bortom er förmåga, Maria.
You can see that it like moves a little bit, and to create that effect I actually went into DaVinci Resolve And basically I did this by just drawing a custom time ramp curve on the rendered footage that I got out from Blender. You're basically playing the clip like this, and then it goes like this, back and forth when he speaks, and then it continues when he's silent. That was just a simple trick to make it come alive a little bit more when the artificial intelligence speaks. Okay, I guess this wraps up my video, and if you got any questions, let me know in the comment section. I will see you in the next one. Bye!